Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing an Aquarius reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Hope you guys are having a good Lionsgate week. It's been an intense energy. Hopefully we're just riding it out together in the collective and getting some clarity as the days go on, okay? So I'm going to start with the Twin Flame Mystic Moon messages and just see what your divine counterpart has to express to you right now that they're not saying, okay? So this is for Aquarius for the rest of August. I just got sidetracked. I look at your picture often. A lot of signs are pointing to you lately. Ooh, this person's really thinking about you. So there could be things that remind them of you that are happening quite frequently, and they also have you on their mind because they're looking at your picture. I always get thrown off by this, I just got sidetracked. I feel like it can be taken in multiple ways, but I feel like it's kind of like they got sidetracked from your guys' connection. They ended up, you know, in another situation, and their life kind of went in a direction that they weren't anticipating, okay? So doesn't mean they feel any less for you, but it just means that right now you guys are probably in a separation. So I'm going to pull from the Tarot of Sexual Magic. There's some erotic images on here. Stay tuned. See what's going on with the connection right now. A lot of cards. Okay. We've got Knave of Swords. We've got Ten of Swords. We've got Nine of Swords. This is very appropriate with Aquarius energy, and we got Queen of Swords, okay? So this could be you guys. Could also be that you're dealing with another feminine situation. This woman doesn't take any shit, okay? Nine of Swords is interesting in this deck. It's not so negative as it usually is, but you know, when we talk about Nine of Swords, there's a lot of anxiety, and since we got it with the Ten of Swords, I do feel like there was some disappointment, some betrayal, some even like broken heart kind of situation, okay? And the Knave of Swords, I believe, is the Knight of Swords. So I do feel like this person, but this is also very like Aquarius energy, so this could be you guys. I do feel like there's a lot of like mental like stimulation going on with this connection, and also maybe a lot of harsh words were exchanged, a lot of anxiety, just a lot of like maybe fighting verbally is the feeling I'm getting, okay? So let's just pull a couple more cards from this deck and see. But a lot of this is like the feminine's energy of like kind of having like the power, even though she might feel sort of powerless, okay? This isn't very dominant masculine energy. This is very much like about the feminine and where she's at, okay? Whoa. I've got Seven of Wands. It was reversed though. Like I said, I do feel like there's been a lot of fighting, okay? Interesting card. I haven't used these cards much. So, and then we've got Six of Chalices, and that was also reversed. Yeah, there's definitely like an imbalance going on here, and I feel like the feminine is very disappointed because this is interesting. She's looking at an image of her masculine with someone else. So I feel like she feels like her masculine isn't putting into their dynamic the way she has, okay? I'm getting a lot of disappointment and a lot of like, I don't even feel like she has the energy anymore to put the energy into this dynamic because she's just been so disappointed in the past, okay? So I'm going to pull from All Things Intuitive and see what we got here. Spiritual lesson, okay? So I feel like she's learning her lessons through this dynamic for sure. This person in your life was there to teach you a spiritual lesson. So these fights could have brought up a lot of things that brought up a lot of issues for her. And addiction is affecting this relationship, okay? So some of you might be addicted to your masculine or vice versa, or your masculine might be addicted to something else. Drugs, alcohol, anything really. Something that makes her feel like she's putting more energy into the situation than he is. and children are important to this partnership. Interesting. So some of you guys might have children, and that's part of why maybe you're staying connected to someone else or you're staying connected to each other. But I feel like with the addiction and children, that's not really a good mix. So I feel like also this could have been one of you grew up and as a child you were affected by addiction in your family, and so that is also why you're being drawn to certain people and certain dynamics. Okay, so let's just get more information about that from the Radiant Rider-Waite. Could also just be like childhood wounds, you know. I feel like that Ten of Swords is like pretty painful card, but she's like, it's like maybe like an abandonment, you know. Maybe some of you guys have abandonment issues, and she's very lonely, but she's so beautiful in that card. Queen of Wands, some of you might be dealing with an Aries. Nine of Wands reversed. Some of you, and the Star reverse, that's you guys. So I feel like you guys are a little bit out of your element right now. Some of you might feel like this is a hopeless situation. Maybe it's because there's addiction involved. And there's also some paranoia here, okay? So there's some really like not trusting. Maybe in the past addiction has affected people in a family situation or in your dynamic, and you just don't trust this person. I just want to show you this Ten of Swords again, okay? She's very like a damsel in distress here, okay? So, but Queen of Wands, I feel like is what you want to kind of go towards. It also could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo in your life, but I feel like this is about you guys empowering yourself to remember that you are the Queen of Wands. Now, you're the Queen of Swords as your identity in the cards, but Queen of Wands energy is kind of a more positive energy that you want to embrace, okay? I'm going to pull from the Mystic Art Medicine. These are huge cards, but I love them. Just hard to shuffle, so see what spiritual messages we have here. These are very like spiritual cards, so meditation. Okay, so meditation, I feel like doing inner child meditations, goddess of earth and strength. Okay, so I feel like remembering your strength, you know, I feel like things have been really hard for you guys lately, and remembering that you have the power to endure through anything. Okay, and meditation will give you that strength. Goddess of earth is maybe connecting more to nature, doing things that are more grounding for you. Even like artistic things, like I'm not into painting, but just something artistic or with things that you need to concentrate on that kind of take your mind off of this painful period that you've been going through, okay? So I'm going to pull from Mystic Moon Oracle deck and see. Material world. I feel like finances might be affecting this. I'm getting a lot of like family dynamics here, like finances, addiction, self-worth is here. That's what I'm telling you guys. It's about kind of rebuilding your self-worth, okay? Material world, compromise. And with that Six of Pentacles, I feel hope for this connection. I just feel like a lot of things need to be addressed, and a lot of people need to do their side of it, okay? And also it's about you, if you don't feel like this is a healthy connection, having the power to walk away because you don't want to ever compromise your self-worth. And I feel like that also could be what's happening here, okay? Remember, you are a strong, independent woman with that Queen of Wands. Received. Interesting. Some of you guys might have received some news or messages that were very heartbreaking for you guys, okay? Also, your masculine could have received some information as well. And the answer is yes. What's the answer is yes about? If you were trying to send a message, I feel like the message was sent. Maybe you guys felt like you were blocked, or maybe you felt like you weren't able to get your point across, but I do feel like they received it with the answers yes, having been with the received. I feel victim. And I feel like, you know, this card is always like someone feeling like the victim and not necessarily being justified, but I feel like you guys are justified because you really might have been the victim of a situation. I feel also that it's important for you guys to find your tribe and find people that love you and accept you and boost you up in this time, okay? And I just pull a few more cards from the Mystic Mondays. Oh. The Magician reversed. I'm not gonna. So that's that powerless feeling that you guys are feeling again. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this is going to be a slow-moving situation, but I feel like eventually, guys, will get to where you're trying to get to. And some of you might be dealing with a Virgo or a Capricorn or Taurus. And 8 of Cups. Yeah, I feel this message is very much about you guys walking away from any unhealthy dynamic, okay? And it might be hard, it might take a lot of strength, and it might be slow, but I feel like you guys will be able to rebuild your self-esteem and your self-worth and get yourself back, okay? That's the feeling I'm getting for you guys. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.